So today we're doing our first realistic rebuild. It's going to be with the Mariners, who won the poll from a few days ago that I posted on the community tab. So with that being said, this was supposed to come out on the weekend. I know I said I was going to get you a realistic rebuild on the weekend. A couple things came up, just couldn't get it out in time. I wasn't going to rush it and then try to post it at like 9 p.m. on the weekend. It was just, let's just hold it off. Let's get it out to you guys today. And I hope you do enjoy it. Of course, if you do, hit the like button down below. If we can get over like 500 likes, we'll do more realistic rebuilds in the future. And then of course in the comment section, let me know which team you want to see next. If you like one of the teams that are down there, just hit that like button on that comment down below. That's really about it, guys. If you're new here, just hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Okay, so I saw someone comment that it's not really a rebuild with the Mariners. It's more so just finishing what's going on, and that's true, but like technically the rebuild's not done yet, right? No playoff appearance, no World Series, so there still is that process that needs to be finished, and that's what we're gonna do today. So how this is gonna work is I'm just gonna get through the first season, since it's technically like the off season almost. Well, for most teams it is the off season, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get through this first season. I am gonna draft though to see if we can get somebody in our team, our farm system, that maybe we could add to the squad. On top of that, I do kind of want to do like a 3 to 5 year window. I'm not gonna say let's go full 5 years, but like it may be 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 years to kind of get to the final point we're at, and then we'll see what happens. So limited trades, we're gonna try to keep it realistic in terms of like free agent signings and all that stuff. I know that Dipoto has come out and said that they will be active in free agency, that they do have the financial resources to be active in free agency. It just has to be the right player. So fingers crossed we get some good players in free agency. So let's get to the draft and then we'll do this rebuild. All right, so I'll show you the draft process for maybe like the first 2 years. And I'm looking at the options that we have. Rivas looks okay, like decent hitting stats, decent fielding stats as well. Like his fielding stats are actually pretty high. The hitting stats do worry me a little bit. We got Caballero, who actually looks like a decent fielder, and then the hitting stats are pretty good as well. So I'm kind of like, okay, we could use him, but like our outfield is so clustered right now, and where would he get into the team? I'm not too sure he would. Catcher Robbie Wilson, again, he looks all right. And then we have a couple like semi scouted pitchers that look decent, and then a third baseman that's not really scouted. And then we get down here to a couple other players that we have scouted. Second baseman's like, yeah, reliever, starter. Like, again, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I'm not really liking any of these options. You know, I'll show you this closer because realistically, he looks probably the best player in the draft. Like, this probably is the best player in the draft. I think the closest other one that could be it would be maybe this catcher or this starting pitcher, right? And I don't think any of these other guys are that great either. So realistically, we could get the best player in the draft with this closer, and I think I have to take it. Like, there's just no reason to pass up someone this good, right? 21 years old, looks unbelievable. Somehow with the name Billy Bochel, he's from Mexico, but we're going to take him, and we're going to see what he's ranked, because I honestly think he's going to be the best player in the draft. So, second round, let's just see what else is available. We got Terry DeLuca. We've got Jose Ramirez, a starting pitcher. Actually looks kind of good. Rivas is still available. Is that other left fielder still available? He is. I'm going to take him. I think that's the right move. And then maybe if that other left fielder somehow sneaks to us in the draft, we'll take him too, which I doubt he did. I feel like we got to take him. He's also green scouted, so we might as well, since we have a majority of it scouted, right? And then the final pick, because I'm not really worried about the 5th or the 6th round, I guess we take another. Do we have anybody else scouted? We don't really. We'll take this closer and let's go see how we did. Okay, so I've looked through the whole draft class. The only other player that compares for overall and potential, because there are a couple players who are like 70s but like have really bad potential. The only other player is the third baseman, Marco Ortiz, and the only reason I didn't draft him was because, hold on, what team drafted him? The only reason I didn't draft him was because we didn't really have him scouted, right? So he went to the Astros, and he looks really good. Fielding, hitting stats look great, 89 potential, right? So he was probably the closest to what we drafted in the reliever, Benny Bochel, right? So Billy Boschel. So he actually looks unbelievable already, right? Good control, good per nines. Next up, we got Pedro Caballero, who's 64 overall. We got Bartolo Rivas, who is 60 overall with 83 potential. So 64, 60, and then a 77 in Steve Hadaway. 88 that was drafted by the CPU, and then a 73 potential by Ivan Perez. So actually not a bad draft. Okay, so as we head into the offseason, I'm looking at these different options, right? And we've got a couple different players that I'm looking at. Sean Doolittle, I don't know if I should bring him back. I do want to double check to see like how he did this year, because I know he was a late addition to the Mariners, and he pitched 11 games and it wasn't great. Do the Mariners bring him back? That's something I'm not 100% sure of. I mean, maybe we could bring him back. It seems like Kyle Seager's time with the team is done. You know, Matt Andriese, probably not going to bring him back. Joe Smith, 68 overall. He's only going to get lower, so we won't bring him back, even though in real life, pretty decent pitcher, right? So looking at our other options here, Tyler Anderson, James Paxton. You know, James Paxton out through injury. Is he going to get another shot with the Mariners, especially for a team that's looking to improve? I don't know. And I also don't know what free agency is looking like right now. So I think for the best bet, let's just offer a one-year deal to Sean Doolittle. $4 million is a lot, but realistically, I'm trying to think of other bullpen options available. I'm not 100% sure there's going to be good ones. So let's just see if he does well, right? Let's just see if we can at least have that lefty in the bullpen for us. And then I'm going to let everybody else walk. And then I'm going to see what other options we can get. Did I say? Oh, I thought that for a second, I thought it said acquired Nate Pearson. And that's why I looked at it for a second, because I wanted to see if Nate Pearson actually was traded. But no, he wasn't traded. It was Robert Poisson. Okay, so looking at this, I do want to add Domty Williams. I also want to add Middleton. And then here, we got to figure this out. But let me look at my team first to kind of get an idea of who I want to keep, who I want to get rid of. So Kelnick had a fantastic season. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that. Toro looks okay, but I'm thinking he's going to be more of a guy that I solely have versus righties. I think that's the big thing with him. I'm also going to make him a third baseman. Dylan Moore, I'm going to use more as a platoon guy versus lefties, right? We've got our catcher. Kelnick in left. I'm going to try to make him an everyday guy. We've got Kyle Lewis, who I think... Like Jake Fraley, man. That's a pretty good season. But realistically, he's only good versus righties. So another platoon situation. JP Crawford, starting shortstop. Ty France. Ooh, what do we do with Ty France? Do we allow Evan White to get more time at first base, or do we just let Ty France run with first base for the foreseeable future? Ooh, that's a tough one, because we didn't really draft any position players that are going to be good, right? So we don't really have anybody to look forward to in the infield, at least. We do have Noelvi Marte, but that's really about it. Like, third base looks pretty bare. Second base looks pretty bare. First base, just Evan White. So maybe like Ty France moves to second, Toro moves to third full time, and then we can get Evan White some more innings at first base. Outfield, just a cluster of players there. So there's that. Julio Rodriguez definitely coming up, if not this season, then next. So I feel like we just need to start bringing in maybe like a couple bats for the infield, you know? Like, I think that's what we're missing. I think that's what we're missing big time. All right, so one player that I think is like kind of a big name to mention that I'm going to let go is Steckenrider, just because he's already going down. I know in real life he had like his best season of his career with the Mariners this year, but potential-wise, overall-wise, I don't think he's going to improve. So I'm just going to let him walk, which means we're going to need some more help for the bullpen. Looking at it, we've got about 80 to 90 mil to play with. Again, I don't want to spend it all this year. I do want to leave over some money for future years. That way we can still kind of be active in free agency and a couple other areas like trades if we need to. So I'm trying to see, is there anybody that could be interesting? You know, I thought about Jock having a great postseason right now in real life. That could have been like a good little pickup for us. Never really does well in franchise though. So looking at other options here. I mean, I'm kind of sold on Kyle Schwarber or Brandon Belt. Ooh, do I go a little bit younger with Schwarber, or do I go for someone that I know will do well in Brandon Belt? The thing is, the timetable with Brandon Belt is going to be a lot like shorter than with Kyle Schwarber. Plus, Kyle Schwarber could play the outfield too. I'm going to go Kyle Schwarber. I'm going to go maybe 3 years, because we could also just make him a DH, right? And we'll bump this up to 7 mil or 9 mil. We'll do like an everyday job, just 3 years, 9 mil. I feel like that's not too bad. Catcher, I'm not too interested in. I would love some bullpen help. Anybody here that kind of interests me at all? Nobody right now. Kirby Yates could be nice. Matt Barnes, Rizal. Rizal's a risky one, man. He's gonna want a lot of money. 10 mil, 12 mil. Man, I do want what does Kirby Yates want? Like almost 9 mil. I feel like, okay, let's make it 10. We'll leave it there, and then let's go for one starter. Okay, so I'm still kind of torn between Gausman and Syndergaard. The 7-year deal is kind of killing me, right? And I feel like I could get us up. I looked at it. I could go 26 million for 5 years, and that would actually take us above the Giants. The thing is, I'm thinking if the Giants offered him a contract, he would take it. I feel like that's just something he would do. He likes what's going on there. He would re-sign with the Giants. I'm feeling like that's the big thing there. Rodon probably gonna stick with the White Sox too. That's just my feel. So I'm thinking Syndergaard or Stroman. I'm thinking 2 Mets pitchers, and I'm feeling like Syndergaard coming off an injury. I'm not 100%. I would assume the Mets would offer him a contract, or maybe he wants a new, like, check if the grass is greener somewhere else. Maybe he wants to prove that he can be a top of the rotation guy, stay healthy, and then maybe take a 1 or 2 year deal, get back to being healthy, and then try to earn that last big payday, you know, when he's like 30, 31, 32. So with that logic, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go, to keep it realistic, we're gonna go, hey, he's coming off an injury season. We're gonna go 1 year. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do what they did with Ken Giles. We'll do the 2-year situation, and if he does well, we'll just have to pay big money for him to come back. Let's just see if that works. If it works, great. If not, we're gonna have to find another plan. But if we're trying to keep it realistic, let's go with that. I considered Chris Taylor. It's just, if we go for Schwarber, our lineup's just a little clustered, because then we have Ty France, Evan White, Kyle Schwarber all fighting for first base. Outfield, you have like Fraley, Lewis, Kelnick, you know, Taylor Trammell. You could throw in Schwarber there too, and that gets clustered. The DH gets clustered. Then where does Chris Taylor fit into this? Does he go in the outfield? Does he come into the infield? And don't get me wrong, having that depth is great, but then I just feel like we're just clustering everything up and it's becoming a mess. So do I do it? Let's do it, man. Let's go 3 years. What does he want? 12 mil? That is a lot of money, but we'll do that. It still leaves us with like, what, 25 mil to play with after that, which we could always end up getting more once players leave. So let's leave it there. That is our offseason for the year. Let's see if we get our players. We do get Noah Syndergaard for 2 years, so we'll see how that goes. Let's keep moving forward. Vasquez, all right. Let's just go here. Kirby Yates, we get him. Rodon goes to the Mets, so essentially he just takes over for Syndergaard. Posey to the Angels. And what other moves do we get? And the other, I guess, let's just keep going forward. I'm assuming we got Schwarber, because I haven't gotten like the whole he signed somewhere else contract situation. Correa goes to the Athletics. Interesting move there. Trevor Story to the Diamondbacks. Oh, okay. Osuna to the Tigers. And now I think that's it. I think we've kind of filled out everything that we need there. Maybe kind of go something like that. We could use a little bit more help in the bullpen situation, but for the most part, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. Lineup wise, obviously we've added a couple decent bats, and we still have a little bit of money to play with pending offers. Oh, that's arbitration and everything. So any name, if I would have known he would have become available, I would have considered picking him up. Any other names? Eddie Rosario, Yuli, Steckenrider, Verlander. Honestly, I think we had a pretty good offseason there. I'm going to wait and see if like any names pop up later. Like James Pazos isn't a bad one to have. Bring him back for a couple years. Maybe a year. See how he does in the bullpen. Because we could always use that depth, right? Like that's something that we just need. So I think that might be it. Unless I see somebody else pop up, I think I'm going to leave it there. I feel like that's a pretty good offseason for us. Willie Calhoun would be good, but again, we have such a crowded outfield. There's no point bringing him in. So I'm going to leave it there. Maybe we look at the Rule 5 draft, see if anybody pops up available for us that could help us out. Maybe like a bullpen arm. That's like a fringe bullpen arm. Because like, honestly, actually, I feel like we've got a good team. I'm looking at it. I feel like we got a pretty good squad after what we got lucky with the offseason. So I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, let's go with the team that we've got going on. So boom, there it is. I might sign a couple like guys to fill out the roster, like a reliever or something like that. But for the most part, I feel like we've got something good going on here. So I'm going to leave it there. All right, so here's the team for this season. You know what? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I feel like we were smart with our money. Thor might have been a little bit of a reach, but we brought in James Pazos. We brought back Doolittle. Kirby Yates on a 1-year deal coming off of injury, potentially could do well. We got Justice Sheffield still, and then our lineup with Schwarber. You know what? He could go for the he could go for the big payday, right? Like $9 million, not a lot of money, but if he's guaranteed every day like playtime, why not? And then bring back our guy Chris Taylor back to Seattle before he kind of took off, you know, got his career going with the Dodgers. So he may not be an everyday guy, but he's going to play mainly versus lefties. But we're going to see how this goes. So that's our team. I did bring back Steckenrider. He was available in free agency, wherever he may be. But there's that. So we're going to see how he if he holds his rating or not. Other than that, I feel like we've done pretty good. We're ranked 12th, which fair. We still got some money to play with. And if you look at the budget next year, we should have even more to play with. Kikuchi, man, I don't know about him. I really don't. That's the big question mark. Because if we can get rid of him, that's a lot of money we can save, right? And we can spend that on like a better pitcher. Like there's nothing against Kikuchi, but probably could use a better pitcher. So we're going to leave this first season as is with the team that we have, and let's see how it goes. All right, next draft. I mean, kind of a lower pick, which sucks. But also looking at like who was taken, there really aren't too many good pitchers. Velasco, players, I should say, just not too, like the second baseman looks decent, but for the most part, okay, he's what, number 1 pick, number 4 pick? Yeah. Okay, so there was like what, 1 or 2 good picks, and then outside of that, I'm looking at my other options, and it doesn't look fantastic. So I don't want to go closers back-to-back year. That's kind of boring. I'm going to go for the center fielder here because like I've gone through all these different options here, and man, they look disappointing. So I'm going to go this guy. I'm going to take a shot on him. Carmen Urban from Mexico. We're just going for all the Mexican players this draft, this rebuild apparently. So the Mariners are just trying to set up a little hub from Mexico where they can just take all the players. So are we going to get a 3rd round pick? I figured we'd lose our 2nd round pick, but what is our 3rd round pick going to look like? This guy's still available? Really? Ooh, do I take a shot on him? I feel like this is our shot in the dark draft where like we just kind of got unlucky with where we were drafting. So we could go, of the 2 players I looked at, was it this guy? No. Who was it? Was it up here? Alvaro Reyes, Venezuelan, definitely not going to be this good. I already know that, right? Or Eddie Perez. I feel like Eddie Perez is a safer bet than Alvaro Reyes. But you know what? Since I said I'm going to take the shots in the dark, we're going the shortstop. And then I don't think Eddie Perez is going to make it to us in the 4th round. If he somehow does, we will take him. He did not. Who took him? Because I know someone did. Who took him? The White Sox. So what is he? I got to see what he's rated after this. Definitely going to have to take a look at Eddie Perez because I have a feeling we definitely took the wrong player. So there's that. Final pick that I'm going to worry about this draft. We'll take a Jamaican. Sure, let's take the Jamaican and let's finish out the draft. All right, White Sox. What was the guy? Oh man, 86 potential, 60 overall. So I don't know if we'd see him in this rebuild, but that does suck. And we went with 86 potential Alvaro Reyes, 73 overall. Ooh, okay. We reached a little bit on this center fielder here, but bad fielding, decent speed, decent hitting. You know what he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like Abraham Toro, but hits lefties better. Maybe not as good with the glove, maybe a little quicker. So maybe more of a, let's see, what's Dylan Moore looking like? Like, he actually looks like Dylan Moore, but not a good fielder. So you know what? I don't hate this draft. We actually did pretty good. We did pretty good. I'll take it. All right, so at the deadline, we're one game out, right? And if you look at the wild card, we have the wild card. So like in sync, we got to buy, and we got to figure out who we want. So I shouldn't look at this yet. I need to look at what we're working with pitching wise. Could use a starter. Oh yeah, definitely could use a starter. I don't think any of these guys are ready just yet. Just look off the rating. I just feel like they would get shelled. Wouldn't help our case, right? Justice Sheffield, and then bullpen looking nice. All right, offensive side of things. How are we looking over here? Could change up a couple things. Could change up, like Jake Fraley. He might just get replaced, like at just throw Chris Taylor there type situation, and then we move a couple players around. But Schwarber, no, don't do this to me. No. Oh, that's not good. But Abraham Toro's kind of sucking it up too, which isn't great. But yeah. Do I need to get Schwarber more reps? All right, so who did I say we needed to take out? Fraley. We'll just throw Chris Taylor there. We'll see how he does. Yeah, starter definitely. Shane Bieber, we're not gonna go for Shane Bieber. That is not even close to being realistic. Let's go see who's like in last place. The Rangers, the Royals, and the Orioles. Okay, Rangers, even the Astros, Twins, Indians. All right, so basically the Central, the Orioles and the Rangers, and on the other side of the league, the Rockies, the Cubs, and the Pirates. Rockies, Cubs, Pirates. Who could I get from some of them? Maybe Kyle Hendricks. Is Kyle Hendricks a free agent this year? How is he doing? He's a free agent next year. I don't like that. The Pirates probably don't have anybody. And then the Rockies, they're probably trying to keep all their starters, so it doesn't make sense to take any of them. Orioles, they have Cal Quantrill and McKenzie. I'm assuming they still have Cedric Mullins. What's going on here that they have these two starters from the Indians? Who did they trade? Okay, Cesar Torres. We've got Darren and Joe Rizzo. They're all going to be traded. You guys can kind of see what they're looking like. Kind of like low to mid-level prospects. You know, guys that may not even make the majors. I mean, they definitely could, right? Like, nothing against them. But with our team, they may not make the majors. Let's send him to the Twins for a guy whose contract's expiring. And Michael Pineda, bring him back to Seattle. I have a feeling we're... not that we're having... I have a feeling that we're doing that a lot. We are doing that a lot. Chris Flexen's getting shelled, man. So is Yusei Kikuchi. So I think we're gonna rock like this. Maybe Marco Gonzalez, and then I could probably send down Kikuchi, man. Man, he's garbage. Holy cow. Who's been struggling in the lineup? I might rock the 2-pitcher setup. Jake Fraley, Taylor Trammell. Taylor Trammell's not even getting any at-bats, so let me send him down to AAA. Let him get more at-bats down there, but hopefully that pitching move is good enough. I feel like, I guess we could maybe try to go out and get a bat, since our bats are kind of garbage. Like, Toro's not doing well. Our bench isn't doing well. Let's see what's available. So we won the division 95-67. I didn't make a trade at the deadline. I just didn't like any of the options available. So luckily we snuck out the division by 3 games. So we're definitely going to need to improve that offense. The offense is lacking. It is lacking a lot. I've also looked at the Yankees lineup, by the way. I don't understand it, man. It's so dumb, right? Their pitching is about the same, whatever. But then I was going through their lineup. Hold on, it gets unreal. Wander Franco, Gleyber Torres, and Ramon Urias. What do you need Wander Franco for? Why do you need to make that trade? That makes no sense to me at all. Why? So the playoff picture is up there on screen, the bracket, and then we'll take a look at awards here. Delivery Man of the Year, Kirby Yates. We've got Eloy. Okay. Manny Machado, interesting one. Nolan Arenado, Dylan Bundy, of course, always wins that Cy Young at least once. We've got Judge and Goldschmidt winning the batting title. TJ Anton and Kirby Yates, which great pickup for us, right? Torkelson and O'Neal Cruz winning Rookie of the Year. Okay. Looking at our bullpen, for some reason Eric Swanson was called up. Not too sure about that one. Ugh. Not great. Only pitched 1 inning though in AAA. Interesting. Obviously he pitched a couple more innings, but let's sort this out. Doolittle down a little bit, which is not ideal, but probably give me the last year with our team. And then let me call back Luis Torrens. We'll send down Cal Raleigh, I should say. Kyle Schwarber got sent down. That is not a good sign. How did Jake Bauers do? 6 at bats, no hits. Not great. And who else is gonna be sent down? Like, who do they? Why? I don't think he had a bad year at all. So I think we got to send down him. Send down him. Okay. Let's figure out how this team did. Let's take a look here. So Justice Sheffield, I need improvements from him, man. Maybe just move him, like, not long relief and just move him more into this area. Limit the innings. See if that helps him out. Kikuchi, I'm not bringing him back. Not a chance. Doolittle was good. Castillo was fantastic. Love it. Ken Giles, same thing. Pazos, Sewald, and there we go. That's a bullpen. Thor was great. Marco Gonzalez has a 2. I'll take it. Same thing with Logan Gilbert. They're definitely the 2 and 3 in this rotation. Michael Pineda, solid pickup. And Chris Flexen turned it around towards the end of the season. So great. Love it. Half our lineup has changed. Not too sure why. We're going to have to figure something out. Man, this is going to be tough. What position is this? Catcher. So Luis Torrens. We just need a better hitting catcher. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Evan White, he might take over at first base, man. Kyle Schwarber was garbage. Dylan Moore, Tom Murphy, Taylor Trammell, and then, like, who was the other option we had for a bat? Jock Peterson? I don't even think he got signed by a team. What other lefty power bat could I have gotten? I don't know. Maybe this could come back to hurt us pretty bad. Chris Taylor was fantastic for us. Love to see that. He's also going up still, which is great. Jared Kelenic, you know what? I'll take it. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. He'll improve. Ty France was fantastic. Almost 40 home runs. Whew. Same thing with Mitch. Almost 40 home runs. Kyle Schwarber. I need better, man. I need better. And so much better. Kyle Lewis was good. Almost 40 home runs again. Abraham Toro. It's an improvement from last year at least, right? Like, maybe the power numbers, I guess. That's about it. Our catchers were kind of garbage. JP Crawford. I need better too. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have to figure something out. So let me get the lineup sorted because there's a bunch of changes that I need to do, but I feel like this is probably our best lineup to go forward. All right, here we go. White Sox time. And we are down to our final game of the series. And we're going to have Thor, who got shelled in the first game, take the mound and a 1-0 victory. Ooh, next up, pretty tough series. Not gonna lie. Let's go like this. Yeah, let's go like that. We got the Yankees. I mean, again, pretty tough series for us. We lose the first 2, and the third we get swept by the Yankees. Like I said, the Yankees have got a stacked team. That one's gonna be tough to come up against and win. Like that's just the team we're gonna have to beat. And as I say that, they're losing to the Giants right now, and the Giants win the World Series in Game 7. So, that, like I said, that we're gonna upgrade our coaching staff. We're gonna improve that offense for sure. But it looked like we just got rocked pitching wise too. So we're definitely gonna need to improve that. All right. I think as good as Kirby Yates is, right, and he may be good for another season, I feel like we've got a guy like this in Ken Giles that can do exactly what Kirby Yates did, and we just slot him in right there, and that is our solution. How much does Kirby Yates want for a year? Like 12 mil? What does Ken Giles want for 3 years. About the same. I'll do a club option because I'm not 100% sure he's going to be that good come that time. But let's bump it up. 11 mil, 3 years. Boom. That is our closer for the future, right? Kirby Yates was great. Mitch. Tough one. What does he want? Not a lot of money. Let's go 2 years. I'll bump it up to like 9 mil. 2-year club option just in case he tanks this year. We got to cover ourselves. And Pineda was good, but again, let's move on. Sean Doolittle, fantastic. Let's move on and let's build this team. Let me see how much money we have left over, and then we'll see what we can do with spending wise. Okay, all offers are on the table. We do have a little bit of a conundrum, and that is that these two guys haven't signed their contracts. And so I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, Schwarber, huge disappointment, right? But the thing is, like, we have him signed up. We can't just get rid of him, right? We maybe could cut him, but then we still got to pay his contract. I like Kyle Lewis in center. Right field, bit of a question mark. We do have Evan White, who I feel like he played really well. I feel like he deserves a shot at first. Oh, man. Do I move Ty France to third? Because Abraham Toro was decent, but, like, he wasn't fantastic. And then I said we do need offensive help. So, like, and there are really good offensive options. Really good offensive options. Do we bring Ketel Marte back to Seattle? You know, like, do we do something like that? Do we just look for more, like, role guys that could just help us out that are going to do really well? Like, sign this guy up because for some reason he wasn't picked up. So we're going to pick him up. Next up, this area, shortstop, I'm going to give JP Crawford another year. Like, we made the postseason, right? Like, we are a good team. But, like, I'm also looking at, like, how we lost. And, like, let's go back to it. 1-0, 3-8, but then, like, 9-7, 11-1, 2-1. So, like, realistically, kind of offense is our problem. Only 3 runs here, only 1 run here, 3 runs, 1 run, 8 runs there. But, we could use the offense. But I also feel like shoring up that pitching staff too, because I have a feeling those young guys are going to start to come in, right? Like, we've got Julio Rodriguez, who, I mean, he probably could come up this year. Could come up this year if somebody's struggling, right? Who else? We still have Jake Fraley, who I'm not like 100% like, yay. Taylor Trammell's still developing. We've got Noelvi Marte still developing. So, like, we've got a couple young guys, but at the same time, like, you know, like, Julio Rodriguez is realistically the one that's going to come in and help us out. So I don't really want to get an outfielder. And I feel like infield is an area that we could kind of build on. So I'm going to stick with our offers that we have out right now on, like, bullpen options. A starter that I want to bring in, though, is Matthew Boyd. And the reason I think Matthew Boyd's a realistic option, he's from Washington. He's actually from Bellevue, which is literally right down the road from Seattle. If he can come in, give us a 1-season just wonder, I'll bump it up to 10 mil. Like, we have that kind of money. Let's give him 1 year, 10 mil. He can fill out this little spot right here, or maybe even like the 4, or maybe even the 3. And that allows Hancock, Justin Dunn, Margavicius, Kirby, like any of these younger guys that we have to be the 6th man, maybe even move into that rotation this coming season. So there's that. That's what we got going on there. I don't want to go out and get Nola. I don't want to get Barrios because that's just blocking every other thing that we have. Unless he's not going anywhere. We got 1 more year of him. He might be bad. I don't know. So yeah, I actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go Matthew Boyd. And that'll be our pickup because everybody else is going to want multi-year deals, long-term. Matthew Boyd, perfect. All right, so the Yankees just signed Trey Turner. The Rays signed Max Muncy. I still want to see this. This is going to be ridiculous, right? What do we got going on here? Luke Voigt, Trey Turner, LeCastro, LeMahieu's still there, Urshela, Wander Franco Urias, Gleyber Torres, who's sitting in AAA. If that's going to stay the case, I'm going after Gleyber. Like, that's like, if Toro doesn't do well by the All-Star break, Gleyber's probably the player I'm going to go after. He's not playing. They're not using him. Same thing. But that, I'll move him to third. He's not the greatest fielder. He could play third for us. How much does he want for a year? 10 mil. We could do it. And that gives us that lefty DH that we kind of are lacking. But then Witt comes in. That kind of fills out our lineup. So holds Taylor Trammell 24. Maybe another year in the minors. Set him right. Get him going. Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna stick to it. Yeah. 2 veterans coming in. Let's see how that works. Witt went 3 years to the Diamondbacks. That's okay. That's fine. What looks like we got JD Martinez. All right, so this is what we've got for this second season here. We got Noah, Logan Gilbert, Marco Gonzalez, Chris Flexen, and Matthew Boyd. I might even maybe do something like that. And then, of course, our bullpen, Eric Swanson's come up from the minors, and Jalen Beeks from the Rule 5 draft. If Jalen Beeks doesn't do well, we'll just cut ties with them, go somewhere else. And I'm going to let Justice Sheffield develop in the minors a little bit. We got Billy Bochelle, who looks unbelievable, by the way. He might be our closer, like, maybe next year, or at least somewhere in the bullpen. I mean, a slurve, a curve, a splitter, and a fastball. Weird mix, but it might work. Andres Munoz is another one that I definitely have my eye on. He might end up coming up for one of these 3, depending on how things go. I'm going to give Justin Dunn an opportunity. If he doesn't do well, then next in line is going to be Emerson Hancock, and then basically just make my way down the list until we find somebody that's good. We'll see how he does. I don't have faith in it, really. And then our lineup, if Schwarber does bad, JD Martinez is coming in, and then what we'll do is we'll release him. You know, teams aren't afraid to release players nowadays. Like, they'll take the cut. They'll just be like, you know what, we'll pay your contract, goodbye. Like, there's just no reason to keep you around. So yeah, that's our team. I feel like we've done a pretty good job, and I'll make trades if need be at the deadline. That's it. We did really well with this same team. Obviously, teams are improving around us, but it felt like we improved a little bit too. So there we go. That's the squad. I think that's all I got to show you. I don't think I signed anybody. Obviously, this third baseman that we saw in free agency looks fantastic, but I think that was it. I don't think I brought in anybody else that I didn't tell you about. Did I bring anybody? I don't think so. Oh, Kyle Farmer. He's brought in maybe as a backup shortstop if we need to. That was it. I mean, if you look at our free agency list, you know, like, there really wasn't much there. So I think we're good there. I think that's the team. Let's get into it. All right, so can the Yankees, like, calm down? Brian Reynolds for, like, nothing. What is going on? And, like, the slider isn't up. Like, the slider's low. Like, I know it is. All right, we're going to the Pirates at the deadline for a reliever. We're going for David Bednar. We're just going to kind of weaken the Pirates even more. He's having a great season. And even if he doesn't improve too much more, which it doesn't really look like he's going to, I'm going to get rid of Shedlong, Ian McKinney, and Ryan Weber, or Weber, whatever it is. I need this bullpen help. That's one offer. All right, so the Rangers have a player on the trade block that I'm interested in, and that's going to be Jonathan Hernandez. So I'm going to go for him. I'm going to give him Jalen Beeks, but I'm also going to give them more because, obviously, Jalen Beeks isn't doing well. That's just not going to get the deal done. It's got to be one of these guys. Who, like, how's their outfield looking? They got Jason Dominguez. How did they get Jason Dominguez? What is going on? Who do the Yankees have that they're trading away? They've got Buxton and just traded for Brian Reynolds? Who did they get from the Rangers that they would need to trade Jason Dominguez? Like, what? They've got John Means. How am I supposed to beat this team? Is he still in AAA? Okay, I'm going to get him. But it's clear that the Mariners are cool trading within the division because they traded for Abraham Toro, giving Kendall Graveman away. So I'm going to go for Jonathan Hernandez. And then they can also have Dom T. Williams might be good, right? We just have a crowded outfield. He's not getting in. So I feel like that's an okay trade, right? Dom T. Williams, yes, highly rated prospect. That's cool. Is he actually in real life? Let me look at the Mariners prospects. Like, it's a stacked farm system. So if you're rated highly in this system, you're pretty good. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's see how did he do in Double-A this year? Man, he struggled. All right, so yeah, that was an okay trade. I'm going to the Yankees as well. If they're not going to use Glaber, and let's just say Glaber's causing a ruckus, right? He becomes a free agent in a few years. They're not using him. basically they're like, hey, he's forced to trade at this point. Am I going to have to give up a lot to make this happen? Yes, I am. Who am I going to give them? Another outfielder, because clearly they want all the outfielders in the world. That's what we're going to do. Jake Fraley, we've got a crowded outfield. You're having a good season. I think he might be the move. Justin Dunn is also a name that I'd be okay getting rid of. They do need a younger-ish pitcher. He struggled with us in the majors, and we'll give. He was the Mets. Who was the Yankees? It was Juan then. Okay, so we'll give them him, and then we'll also go. He looks decent. I don't think I'm gonna use him though. Or do I go like Keenan Middleton? Actually, I'll give him Brian O'Keefe as well, because they might need a catcher. Oh yeah, they've got this guy and Gary, and they don't even have Gary anymore. So yeah, let's give them a catcher. I might actually go him instead. Yeah, the Vision's killing it. He might, is he at, where is, I don't even see him on this list. So we'll trade him there. Okay, I feel like that's okay. They don't want Glaber anymore. They're not going to use him. Glaber's on a downward trend anyways because he had a garbage year and they may not think of him as highly. Boom, Glaber's in there. And you're probably thinking, that's so not realistic. That's not a real trade. It's not a realistic trade at all. But think about it. You've got a guy who is still young, not doing well, and then they're just going to stuff him in the minors, who's not going to get any playing time at all. They've got Wander ahead of him. I'm pretty sure they have like Trey Turner on that team still too. Like that Trey Turner, they have Wander, Ramon Urias was still above him. They even had Oswald Peraza above him, right? Kyle Holder was getting at bats. Like that's just asking for some sort of like that's a trade piece right there, right? That's a trade piece right there. That I'm justifying that move 100%. He fits in perfectly with what we need. Some guy that's just gonna absolutely mash lefties. And how am I gonna get him in the lineup here? I can't. I have to. Evan White, sorry. You're struggling this year. You're really struggling this year. I promise you more time next year. 100%. Because Schwarber's having a good season and all. Actually, no, he will 100% get more time next year. I already know it. Boom. Those are our moves. Bullpen looking a little shaky. I do have to move down one or two players. Ooh, let's go with Pazzo so he can go down to AAA. And then I think I need to get rid of a position player. And it's going to be probably Dylan Moore, man. Dylan Moore has been hot garbage this year. Hot garbage. So let's go like that and leave the team as is. I just need to send down Dylan Moore because he's struggling. He's just not doing well. It's not going well for him. So that's the team. I like it. You can see we're in first place. It's going well. Crazy trade, I know, but you got to think about it like if a player's just not getting used at all, a guy who should be an everyday guy, I feel like that would definitely be a player that would look to be traded, right? So let's make it happen. Let's finish off the season. 109-53. I mean, look at that. I'm talking about a killer season. Playoff picture, there it is. You guys can see it. League leaders Chris Flexen and Marco Gonzalez. Offensively, we have Mitch with the most RBIs. And so I was thinking about the trade, right, with Glaber, because is it a little wild? Yes, as Mitch is in the MVP race and Devi just hit 56 home runs. And Mookie Betts with 53. Holy cow. But hear me out. Dylan Bundy's in the Cy Young race. You got to think about like what happened. Like the Mookie Betts got traded, right? Like that was a wild trade that happened. You know, Trey Turner got traded this year. Max Scherzer got traded. The Cubs cleared house. And like obviously these are some of the teams that are like trying to sell, but like the Mookie Betts trade's wild, right? That's a wild trade. I'm trying to think of other trades that have happened recently that were kind of like insane. Joey Gallo got traded, but obviously from the Rangers. And so, you know, things may get crazy as the player that we traded away was in the Rookie of the Year race, which that's fine. We got Glaber for it. But you gotta think about like if a player is technically expendable, like why wouldn't a team who's trying to win go out and get that guy, right? Like the Dodgers had all the talent in the world And they saw that Trey Turner and Max Scherzer were available, and they went out and got it, right? And so, like, you know, the Mariners, they traded within the division to get a bullpen piece that they thought was going to be good, along with no, Diego Castillo was not within the division. Abraham Toro, they thought, okay, let's get rid of Kendall Graveman, who was like one of their best relievers at the time, just for a bat, because they felt like they needed a bat more. I felt like I needed a bat more than what I had just kind of chilling there. Let me bring in those guys. So, or that guy, I should say. As once again, Kelenic was sent down for no reason. He had a fantastic season, by the way. Who else? Did he get any time? He had 8 at-bats, 3 hits in September, 2 home runs. So 3 hits, all of them extra base hits. 100% starting next year. Just based off that sample size alone. So, dude, this guy's growing quick. We drafted this guy this year, right? Like this previous season, and he's already that good. Glaber, get back in the team. What's going on here? Who? Let's send down Jake Bowers. Sorry. And then who else did they call up that we need to send down? Because we have 27 guys right now. Who's the extra? Am I blind here? Glaber? Yeah, because Glaber was up. Dylan Moore. Yeah, Dylan Moore was garbage. So, you know. Okay, let's talk about what's going on here. Oh, Andres Munoz is up. How did he do? Did he pitch at all? He did not. Okay, so that's a name we got to keep our eye out for. Who am I missing? It was a pitcher, right? It was, Margevicius. He was good. Get him back in the team. And then we'll send down Munoz, but Munoz is definitely someone I want next year. 100%. But, like, this is getting to the point where, like, we're so stacked that it's like becoming a problem with the choices. On top of that, I totally forgot to offer him a contract. Oh, and the contract extension time frame. I wanted to offer him a contract because he's been doing well for us, right? Okay. Anyways, Margevicius came up. He was really good. I didn't give Hancock a shot just because it just didn't come up, but he definitely has a chance. Paul Sewald, I'm gonna let walk. He's been good, but I'm gonna let him walk. Eric Hansen was fantastic. He might not improve too much more, but he was really good. Castillo was solid. Hernandez, I'll definitely take that. Plus another year of arbitration. I like that. David Bednar was really good. Ken Giles sucked, which sucks because we just paid him. And then we have back to Margevicius. All right, Noah, fantastic season. Logan Gilbert going down in rating, which I don't like, probably because he's maxed out his potential. But he's been really good. You would think his potential would go up. Disappointing to see. Matthew Boyd, what a pickup for a year. Chris Flexen was outstanding, unbelievable, and then Marco Gonzalez too. So realistically, we could go with anybody in the postseason, right? Like, this is maybe something like that. I mean, that's a strong starting rotation, and it wasn't even like a crazy good starting rotation, right? So Evan White, you know, just been playing like a platoon role, and it's disappointing because he actually hasn't been terrible. Like, last year was really good. This year, still putting up decent power numbers. How do I get him into the team, man? How do I, like, Glaber's going to take over for third. I think we have one more year of Chris Taylor. We do. I got to get him into, he deserves a shot. I feel bad not giving him a shot, right? Like, he deserves a shot. JD Martinez, okay. You know what I could do? I could get him into the team. I don't know how, because I also got to get Julio Rodriguez into the team. Oh, this is becoming a tough problem to have, man. Okay, so what I'm thinking is Mitch becomes our new JD Martinez. Julio Rodriguez is our everyday right fielder. And then we'll just have to figure out other situations. Glaber was a great pickup in 32 games. Building blocks. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Tom Murphy becomes a free agent. Not a big deal. Jake Fraley. I think I've been calling him Jack this whole time. It's Jake. He actually was pretty good. He actually had a really good season. And then taking a look over here, Chris Taylor was unbelievable. Jared Kelenic improved 10 triples. Almost 40 doubles. Ty France was great. Mitch still putting up crazy numbers. Kyle Schwarber, rebound season. But again, is it good enough? Yeah, it kind of was good. Kyle Lewis was good. Abraham Toro, I'm going to move him to the bench. And then Luis Torrens, huge improvement. That actually might earn him the starting spot, because I was thinking about getting a new catcher. He might just be the guy. Okay, and JP Crawford was really good too. 409 on base percentage. Yes, please. All right, so he goes there. He slots in here. This is third base. That should be Glaber. Yep. And we should be good. Like, this is left field. This is Glaber, and we're good to go for the postseason. This has got to be the year. Got to be the year. Take it on the Rays. We lose. Not ideal. We lose that one too. Come on, guys. Jonathan Hernandez lost us that, and then Noah lost us that. Man. Noah Syndergaard hasn't been too clutch in the postseason. That's a little disappointing. Who's going to win the World Series this year? Probably the Yankees. The Yankees, yeah. They defeat the Dodgers. What a surprise. All right. Let's go one more year, man. We got to. This team's too good not to. Okay. I gave him I did. He's going down in rating. Is Flexen improving? He is. I'm going to take this option. It's a 1 mil. How do I not? Jake Bauers. He's going to go on waivers. I'm not using him. How much was it? Whatever. We'll take it. Donnie Walton, we'll take it too because it was super cheap. Ooh, what do we got going on here? Emerson Hancock deserves a chance, so I'm not going to sign a starter this year. Because, like, let's see. He basically takes Boyd's spot. Marco Gonzalez was unbelievable, right? I feel confident in the bullpen, the rotation that we have, 100%. It's just this guy. Do we bring him back or do we go in a different direction? I feel like he's part of the team now. He only wants 20 mil. Yes, give him the contract. JD Martinez can go because we'll just do like a one and done situation with him. Was he fantastic? Yes, unbelievable. But he's going down. He's probably going to be like a 73 by this time season's over. Let's just move on from him. And then we'll just make Mitch what JD Martinez is. And 9 mil. Can I get him cheaper if I decline that option? I'm going to take my chance. No, I'm not. But he's going down. I just feel bad not keeping him on the team, you know? So should I have taken the 9 mil option? Yeah. Am I going to pay a little bit more? Yeah. If he doesn't take it, he doesn't take it. Realistically, I feel like that money could be used somewhere else. So did he sign it? He did. And that's okay. Like I said, he's going to move over to here. He's going to be that JD Martinez role because this is Julio Rodriguez season 100%. Yeah, 100%. So money wise might be a little tough. Man, Thor, you got to please take this because I don't want anybody else here. No, I don't. I want this is the ace that we've kind of built that rotation around, right? We've got the youngsters starting to come in. Yeah, lineup wise, could we use somebody? Maybe, but at the same time, maybe not. Let's see who's available because that also plays a part. I don't feel like we need an outfielder like Kelnick, Lewis, Julio Rodriguez, solid, right? I'm okay with that. Mondesi, no thank you. Kiner Falefa, no. Oh, but we have Glaber. Because what I was thinking was Glaber just plays third base. Like, I feel like giving him a full season, we've invested in him. We've just traded for him. To replace him, that would be stupid. JP Crawford was fantastic. Chris Taylor still putting up really good numbers. No point in replacing him, right? DH is still a bit of a question mark. That is a big question mark. But the thing is, if I bring in Devers, that's an everyday guy. I feel like we go platoon style situation. Maybe bolster. The bullpen was really good though. I'm not bringing him back. So I will need a bullpen arm. No, Andres Munoz. Also, Billy Bushell. Plus, like, even Justice Sheffield wasn't bad. I think we spend our money cheap. We don't spend it crazily. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna show you anything unless I don't get Syndergaard. Okay, so the big things you've missed. Grandal went to the Red Sox for a year. We've signed Noah Syndergaard, and Castellanos went back to the Cubs. Manuel Margot got traded to the Marlins. And anything else? Alvarado to the Braves. Glasnow to the Padres. Bader to the Mets. Interesting. Julio Urias as well. And Matt Olson to the Braves. All right. I'm hoping this is the final season because this team is good. Is really good. Really good. And yeah, I mean, like, even our farm system, look at, we've got this guy. I moved him from shortstop to second base because I wanted Noelvi Marte to be the shortstop, everyday shortstop, I should say. Let me see who's, yeah, Get him in AAA. Noel Marte. AAA. Boom. There it is. So there's that. Boom. What's going on here? Lineup. All right. So this is the lineup, right? This guy that we drafted looks unbelievable, right? Probably could be on the team right now. Harry Ford, drafted in real life this year. He's getting close to being ready. Noel Marte. Like, yeah, this is a really, really good team. The thing with this team right now is if you look at our budget, free agent. You can't really see who it is. So Chris Taylor, Mitch, Marco Gonzalez, Schwarber, Tony, like that's like a big part of the team right there. And we'll have like no money invested. So like we could go a little crazy plus our young guys that we have. So if it doesn't go well, I will definitely do another season. But I think this team's good enough to win it all. Glaber at third is a little bit of a question mark, but that's just because he's listed as a shortstop right now. I bet you if I moved him to just third, he'll move up in rating, right? 81. There it is. Dylan Moore, the fielding just isn't cutting it. Like, he's just not doing it. He's had plenty of time to prove to me he can play. He ain't it. So this is our team. I've got plenty of guys waiting in the farm system to get the call up if they need it. If it needs to happen. Our pitching rotation looks nutty. I like it a lot. Again, some interesting names here, but like some of the guys that we've drafted also are just starting to become absolutely insane. So I mean, I think we've got the team all sorted and ready to go for the future. So let's do it. Let's just see what happens here. Like something's got to go right. We won 109 games last year. We've got to win it. All right, this is getting out of hand, Yankees. What is going on? This is ridiculous. Brian Hayes goes to the Reds. What? 93 and 69, we won the division, right? We're taking on the Indians, and I still feel good about this team. The Yankees, though, man. The Yankees are what scares me. Noah Syndergaard was fantastic, and as we take a look at, not league leaders, the awards, Franmil and Soto MVPs, Max Fried and Severino winning Cy Young, Trout and Ruiz batting titles. Cody Stashik was the reliever of the year along with Trevor Richards, and then Jordan Sheffield along with Zach Veen. It looks like Julio Rodriguez was a little cold this year, which is not ideal. I still want him in the playoff team. Get him back in the lineup. Like he's part of the squad. Was there anybody that was just absolutely why do they keep doing this? They keep sending down Kelnick. I don't like that. JP Crawford could stay. Dylan Moore's got to go. We got to get Glaber back in the squad. Even if he is cold, Toro's got to go. This guy's staying. Alvaro Reyes. We've got our squad here. Evan White. I tried to give him at bats, man. I think I gave him like he didn't get a lot of time just because I took him out of the lineup. He wasn't doing well. That's exactly what happened. And pitching, Munoz got rocked. I can't rock Munoz this year. Castillo. Where's Castillo? Oh no. Oh man, did our bullpen just fall apart? Because that would be real bad if that was the case. Starters, it looks like we're good. Okay, let's take a look here. So Keenan Middleton came up. I know he did. I called him up. I'll take it. That is great. Justice Sheffield came up, was solid. I like that. Okay, not a single earned run in 9 innings. Hernandez was solid and Ken Giles was fantastic. Okay, starters. Noah Syndergaard, great. Don't like that or that. That's pretty good. And Emerson Hancock. Okay, so maybe just kind of flip those around, go like that. Lineup. We're gonna have a lot of missing pieces because for some reason they thought that was the smart move. Hold on. Julio Rodriguez. Mitch was fantastic. Glaber struggled. Okay, so that's one note. Do we start this guy over Glaber? Ooh, that's a possibility. Like, also, Schwarber was good, but like, again, or maybe versus righties we'll start Reyes. That's what we'll do. Versus righties we'll start Reyes. And right field needs to be Julio Rodriguez. And Kelnick needs to be in the lineup there. Let me just get this all sorted because for some reason they thought it was a great idea to get it all mangled up. And then we'll, even though Reyes is really good versus lefties too, we'll put Glaber in. We need that, excuse me, we need that pop in the lineup. And Julio Rodriguez. We've got Kelnick and Glaber. Boom. That should be back to normal now. Yeah. Okay. So now we can actually look at the lineup. Mitch off the bench, just like that's what you want, right? I tried. I gave him the start. Like, I even took out Schwarber and was like, let's give him a shot at first base. Nope, didn't work. Nope. I was hoping for big things, really big things. And maybe I should have only had him in versus lefties. Maybe that was the thing. Jake Fraley off the bench, though, was outstanding this entire rebuild. And then you got Chris Taylor, who again continues to kill it. 33 home runs from the leadoff spot. Unreal. Jared Kelenic, I'll still take it. Like, he may not be fantastic, but he's still only 23, man. Ty France was fantastic. So was Schwarber. Just hit the home runs. That's what we needed from him. He's our DH. Kyle Lewis was unbelievable. Love that. I expect big things from Julio Rodriguez this postseason. I know it's going to happen. This guy was fantastic. Torrens took a step back, and JP Crawford is killing it still. Killing it. Okay. Whew, let's do it. All right. Whew. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. And Game 3, we sweep them. This is where I'm a little worried. I'm not going to lie. This is the series that, like, I feel like this decides if we win the World Series or not. I think this is what it is. 100%. We're going to win. That's a good win. This one, if we win this one, we're in the driver's seat. We do. Yes. Flexen, I need you. Ooh, Gilbert. Okay. The Brewers. All right, let's go take a look at the Brewers lineup. All right, so the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell's up. Okay, Wong, Adames, Yelich, Urias, Tellez, Garcia, Terang, and Narvaez. Okay. Tom Murphy's on their team. Alejandro Ramirez was the guy we thought about signing, but we didn't. And he's chilling on their bench. But Yelich kind of sucking in the postseason. What's their pitching staff looking like? Burns, Woodruff, Peralta, Hauser, Ashby. Yeah, this is pretty standard Brewers stuff. All right, this is it. I have the faith. Okay, that's a good start. 2 wins? 3 wins? All right, let's do it. This is it. Ooh, this has got to be the win. We're on the road. I don't care. We're doing it. Logan Gilbert, take the mound for us. Take the wheel. Give us the win. No DH, so that's fine. A strikeout. We got the guy on first, guys. We got to do something with that. We have to. We got to do something with these base runners. All right. I think we have the pitcher up. Oh, no, not Garcia, dude. Not him. Of all people to hit a home run. Nothing against him, but, like, I think Colton Wong would have been worse, but, oh, please. Brought it in. That's all we needed. Tie ball game, all square. Perfect. No, not Tellez. Oh, come on. No, don't lose this game. We got to close it out for us. First, all right. We got through 5 with him. We're good. 3-1. I still have faith in the offense. We're going to get it going. We're going to get it going. Runner was thrown out. That's unfortunate. 2 lefties coming up. Boom. Perfect. Reyes, get us started. A single, I'll take it. Double play, man. Really? Stolen base by the catcher? Really? Don't do that. Pinch hit. Who are they going to bring in? Devin Williams in the 8th? Makes sense. Jake Fraley, get on base for us. Strikes out. Great. It comes down to this, guys. Like, we need a big offensive inning. Hit by pitch. All right, comes down to this. Hader, a fly out. Schwarber, we're going to pinch hit for. We're going to go Mitch. Strikes out, grounds out. All right, we got another day. We've got plenty. We're up, right? We're doing well. Again, we're on the road, so not ideal. Let's go Thor on this one. Especially versus Corbin Burns. I like this matchup. He might get tired a little earlier, but you know what? I have faith. I am losing faith. 2-0 in the first, but Julio Rodriguez. There we go. That's what I like to see. We're back within 1. Just, where's the bats, guys? Where's the bats? Okay. A single. All right, Alvaro, I need you. There it is. Tie ball game. Back square. Get us out of this inning, please. Perfect. If he can give us 5, that's huge. Actually, I'm going to go 4. Let's save him. Just in case, we're gonna save him here. We're gonna go. Let's go Evan White. Let's give him a shot. Strikes out. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's go to Margavicius. See if he can eat a couple innings for us, which would be great if he could. Man, we're getting these base runners. We're just not doing anything. Alvaro Reyes, the late call up in the season, and what does he do? He delivers. Gives us the lead. Love it. Don't like that. Caught stealing. That's a big out right there. That was big. Leadoff double, and he gets caught stealing. Ty France with the home run the next inning. Bring in more. Bring in more. Yes, Torrens. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, we'll take him out. We're going to pinch hit. Lauer's a lefty, right? He is. We're going to pinch hit. We're going to go to... Let's go Mitch. Bases loaded. Chris Taylor, you hit lefties well. Fielder's choice. All right. 8th inning. Hernandez. 1, 2, 3 inning. Ooh, perfect. Schwarber at first. We can't really adjust anything, can we? I guess Ty France could move to first, and then Glaber, but let's leave it. He walks anyways. Alvaro Reyes, have an outing. Close it out for me. Close it out for me. Close it out for me. All right, let's not mess around anymore. Ken Giles. The Mariners have won a World Series in the year 2024. There it is. That is what I'm talking about. Awards, World Series MVP, Alvaro Reyes. And I called him up, I think in like August. No, he only played 4 games, so he was a September call-up. That's insane. Unbelievable pickup by us in the draft. Just a few years prior, he comes up, helps us out. Our offense killed it right here in the postseason. And the pitching, they did their job. Did their job, especially the young guys. Gilbert, Hancock did well. I like that. Bullpen, look at that bullpen. Look at that bullpen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable bullpen. That's pitching right there, winning you games. That's what I like to see. Offense was a little shaky. Heart of the lineup did some damage though, and I'll take it. We're going to end it there. Perfect way to end it. We've got Julio Rodriguez in. Kalnick was in. Some of the young pitchers. Got some of our own prospects involved. Changed the team up a little bit, but I felt like we kept it pretty realistic, and that was the aim. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Again, just keep hitting the like button. We'll do more realistic rebuilds, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.